The new consensus provision has now been defined and guidelines stipulated in the new law.
Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila making a case for the inclusion of the consensus option for political parties' primaries. The Green Chamber turned rowdy last Wednesday after members learned that the Senate had included the consensus option of party primaries in the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. It was the decision of the House of Representatives last week to stick strictly with the provisions of the President's letter, indicating only the direct and indirect methods of party primaries. Fast forward a week later, and lawmakers in the Green Chamber have had a change of heart.
We felt, okay, if we were going to include it, it would have to be defined, which was why there was a definition for consensus, definition for direct primaries, and definition for indirect primaries.
The whole country is looking forward to the Electoral Act, and anything that would delay it, nobody's happy about it. So this decision that was taken, we believe it will make it easier for the Electoral Act to come out.
Including it, but putting a condition with regards to how consensus should be defined or applied was the best thing for Nigerians.
A member of the coalition of civil society organizations who had commended the Green Chamber for ignoring the consensus option appears disappointed, even with a clause which makes it compulsory that a written statement approving the consensus candidate must be obtained from all aspirants of opposition by the political party.
The challenge with that procedure is you are stripping, members of political parties with the opportunity to elect, candidates of their choice. And practice have shown that most political parties, don't adopt and uphold certain principles even in consensus making.
With this amendment, lawmakers believe that political godfathers can no longer sit in their rooms and decide on a consensus candidate. Rather, that decision would have to be made by the candidates cleared for that particular position. All eyes now turn to the president for assent or veto, considering that the option of consensus was not initially contained in his letter of refusal to the National Assembly. Terry Ikumi, Channels Television News.